Hey guys, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. I am going to start the recording here before I load in. Last episode we were very rudely interrupted at the end there. Now, as soon as I start, some guy's going to start talking to me, so that's why I've started it here. It's actually our doctor friend. He's got something interesting to say. Now, I wasn't prepared for it when I fired up the video last time, so I missed it all. So let's have a little look. He's probably going to be a big bellend now and not actually say it.
Big bellend.
Oh, here we go.
Is a good example of big picture obsession gone too far. At some point,
Right.
he became so fixated on large-scale results that he lost the concept of the common good along the way.
Ah, I see.
It's an inhumane kind of public service when people and the basic resources they need become numbers in a ledger.
True. Who are you talking about? Is that the guy behind us? Good thing there are still people like you around.
Kind of you to say, but there are better people than me around here. I just hope the followers can make a difference in the long run.
Well, I'm sure they will. Yes, he was talking about this chap.
We still need a contractor on our Vault 22 project. Interested?
Well, yes. I have an invoice for you from Alice McLaftree.
From Alice.
Uh-huh.
I'll see that she's paid right away.
And make
Crimson
sure you
Caravan
do.
runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting.
No.
Was there anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice?
You mentioned Vault 22. I might be willing to help.
Wonderful. Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves. Vault
What?
22. Where to begin?
Save the sales pitch. Just tell me what you want me to do. I'm listening.
Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom.
Uh-huh.
Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month.
Sounds good.
Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges.
Sounds
a
good.
harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
Too good. Nothing's impossible, but it does sound too good to be true, and if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Nothing is impossible.
Precisely. Science has proven that truth 1,000 times over, but how many wasteland savages believe it? Present company accepted, of course. The bounty I described to you is no idle fantasy. It exists in primitive form only a few miles from where we stand.
Right.
We need only reach out and unlock its secret. For that, the OSI needs you.
Scientific discovery is never so simple as that.
Isn't it? One directs one's efforts, or the efforts of others, toward a goal, and progress is made. It's a matter of incentives, nothing more.
I
I
see.
believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth.
Right.
Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions.
I
Find
see.
the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
Alright, I'll do it.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts.
Okay.
Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all
Yes.
the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Anything else I should know?
I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging.
Really?
Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course.
Okay. I had other questions.
What might those be?
Well, tell me about the OSI.
The Office of Science and Industry.
Oh.
It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you. Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. Our work focuses on practical matters. Medicine, engineering, biology.
I
The
see.
dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office.
Okay. You said you were the director of the OSI.
Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to plant seditious ideas in my head. No. I direct our eastern operations. I've been responsible for squeezing unprecedented levels of power from the dam.
I see.
I'm also confronting the problem of food production in what little spare time I have. But I've found some promising leads.
So you've told me you're doing all these things by yourself.
Yes, with the assistance of my team, of course.
I see. NCR has a food shortage?
Not yet, but our government understands the value of proactive thought. Our studies project an imbalance between production and consumption.
Yeah.
Or, for a layman such as yourself, not enough food.
I can
too many
understand
mouths
that.
to feed. Mass starvation in a decade or so.
Okay. What do you think of the NCR's chances against the Legion?
To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me.
Fair enough.
Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about. The more ignorant they are, the more opinions they have.
True. Very true. Had other questions? Oh. You control the dam from here.
Directly? No. But we attempt to maximize its output. You have no idea how difficult it is to provide power to an entire nation.
I can imagine.
I also have high hopes for our Helios 1 facility. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for the 2 scientists who are working there.
What do you mean
So
by
far,
that?
They've only managed to achieve 1% power output. I'd send help if I could spare the personnel.
1%. Okay. Interesting. What other responsibilities does this office have?
We aid some programs the Republic has sponsored involving sharecropper farms in the area.
Uh-huh.
But those haven't panned out too well from what I hear. There have been complaints about the amount of water we're supplying. But those are just excuses for lack of diligence, I'm sure.
Right. Okay. Goodbye, buddy. Right, I can't help but notice the computer he's sitting at is not actually functioning.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but...
What is it?
Did he give you a job?
He did. Yes, he asked me to get some data from Vault 22.
I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault.
Surprise,
There were a lot of
surprise.
mercs, one after another. None of them came back.
Really?
Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name?
Nope.
Or any of the other mercs?
Nope. Nope, he didn't mention anyone else.
But now he's hired you, which means one of 2 things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc.
Go on.
But I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
I see. Alright. I'll look out for her.
I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it.
I have some questions. Can you tell me anything else about Keeley?
Keeley's brilliant. An absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front.
I see.
When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them?
Oh, so she's a ghoul. Exactly how old is Keeley?
I couldn't get her to say, but she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So, I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years? Maybe more.
Okay. How do Keeley and Hildren get along?
Like a Brahmin and a Deathclaw, though I'm
Yeah.
not sure which would be which. Bad analogy, maybe. They're both Deathclaws in their way.
I see.
Keeley hates Hildern. She says he's more politician than scientist, and gets in the way of true discovery.
Huh,
And Hildern
really?
hates Keeley because... well, because every time they meet, she makes him look like an ass. In front of important people, usually.
Yes. What's your role here?
Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but
Okay.
I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
I guess so. What do you think of Dr. Hildren?
The director? He's very well spoken and knowledgeable.
Uh-huh. Speech 25. He seemed focused on results, maybe not so much on people.
He's not what you'd call warm, unless he wants something from you.
Uh-huh.
And even then, it's kind of a cold warm. Most of the time, I focus on the science and try to forget him. He
Fair
doesn't
enough.
get mixed up in any actual work, though he tells people that he does.
So, Dr. Hildren takes credit for your work.
He sure does. Everyone
Really?
knows it. I've
That's
just
a
got to
dick
endure
thing.
this job until the project is finished. But abandoning Keeley, he crossed a line. Taking credit for other people's work is one thing. Sending people to die in the waste is another. If
Agreed.
Hildren tries to recruit any more mercs, I'm gonna warn them. What can he do to me? I'm the only one who can run this lab.
I see. Hildren mentioned the followers of the apocalypse.
My father used to say good things about them, but that was years ago. Back when they teach farmers and ranchers about crop rotation and the like.
Ah,
Nowadays, they've changed. They're doing what they can to discredit the NCR. Give
okay.
us a bad name with the locals. Dr. Hildren trained with them years ago. Not me, though. I'm an OSI girl.
Interesting. I hear the food around here is pretty bad.
It's foul, to tell the truth. Most people try to get what they can from the outside, even if it's just a smuggled candy bar now and then.
I see.
Contreras is a genius. He can find almost anything you'd want. Takes caps to get him motivated, though. He won't do a thing for free.
Right. Goodbye. Right, anyway, back to the caravan. This place is massive. I wonder if there's any Sunset Sarsaparilla in this thing. Another door. There is, it's stealing, and we don't care. Oh, Nuka-Cola, of course. And Sunset Sarsaparilla. Yay! Right, we're actually pretty loaded. We need to drop off some weight, really. But,
Something I can do for you?
maybe.
I'm usually good with faces, but I don't think I've seen you here before. What brings you to Camp McCarran?
Well, I'm here to provide support. Is there anything I might be able to help with?
You don't cook by any chance, do you?
No.
Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The Fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3.
Yes.
We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word.
Really? Any other problems?
Yeah. On top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming.
Really?
So somebody's getting the word out.
You seem calm given that things are as bad as they are.
Calm is what you have to be when people look to you.
True.
And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands.
True. Who are the Fiends?
As in Chem Fiends. Biggest gang of raiders I've ever seen. Nothing like addiction to swell your numbers. Psychotic and completely unpredictable.
Okay.
They set up shop in Vault 3 to the west. Every day they attack our positions and my men repel them. But every day there's more of them and less of us. I sent one of my rangers after their leader to try and destabilize them. He didn't return.
Just
Hell
one?
of a thing, losing a ranger. You come to depend on them. And they come through for you so often, you forget it can happen.
I see. I'll go to Vault 3 and see if I can find your ranger.
That vault is a hornet's nest. If you have second thoughts, no one would think less of you for it. But if you can get him home, it'd mean a lot.
Didn't we
Watch
do
for
that?
civilians, too. The Fiends have been kidnapping locals. They just walk right into people's homes in the middle of the day and take them. The man
Really?
you're looking for is Bryce Anders. Anders was trying to find the leader, Motor Runner.
Motor
You hear
Runner.
something like a chainsaw? You found Motor Runner. Put a bullet in his head, and you'll have some new friends around here.
Didn't we already do that? How are things going for the NCR around here?
Could be better, I'll say that much. We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas.
Yes.
It's a lot of resources that could do a lot of good for us. But that hasn't happened.
Not
If
yet.
anything, they annexed us. They rake in the profits from our soldiers, and we're stuck protecting them from the Legion. Not exactly the plan.
Yes, true. Where does that leave you?
Now we're trying to secure the strip and the dam at the same time, and it's costing us. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers, because he doesn't want to risk losing our positions. So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river, planning.
Okay, fair enough. Well, looks like we need to help this guy out. I bet I could make the Legion prisoner talk.
I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent. But I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you.
Alright.
Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building.
Okay, let's go make a piggy squirrel. I could look into who's leaking NCR intelligence.
Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak.
Yeah.
I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See
Don't
what you
shout
find.
at the rabbit.
We don't have much to go on right now.
I don't think
Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements, and it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on.
That's alright.
Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now.
Really?
I can fill you in.
Hey, Peter. Oh, he's trying to get his treats.
Stop him, he's fucking up.
He's not that fat.
Lose some weight.
Damn, there's a lot to talk to this guy about. What's Camp McCarran's role in the NCR operations?
It's our main base.
Uh-huh.
We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the Strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War.
I see.
From here, we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, and intel.
I see.
Usually General Oliver runs the show here.
Right.
But he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here.
Gotcha. Are things mostly quiet between here and the dam?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, the word from the ranger stations has been especially concerning lately.
Yes.
Sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance, and supplies just aren't reaching them.
Shit.
It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it, and see how it is that things could be so fouled up there.
Okay. What challenges of the NCR? Aren't these just like the same questions we've asked over and over, just worded differently?
Everything was going according to President Kimball's plan at first. We met minor resistance from local troublemakers. But our two main objectives are still contested. Mr. House controls the Strip, and he won't so much as meet with our ambassador. And we're holding Hoover Dam. But Caesar's Legion is positioning itself to overrun it. If it falls, so will New Vegas. We'd be forced to withdraw.
I see. Goodbye. Right, let's go see if we can punch this guy in the face a few times. Maybe wave our weapon in his face. That usually gets people talking. Look at that, though. Be awesome if we could get that thing up and running again. Imagine that, being able to repair aircraft and fly aircraft. Maybe in Fallout 5. Oh, actually, I've heard in Fallout 4 you get a vertibird, although I don't know to what level you can use it. I don't know whether it just picks you up or what. I assume it doesn't do too much. Okay, look, does nobody ever clean up around here? Honestly. Inaccessible.
It's not like we've got jobs to do.
I know, they just stand there all
Boyd's
day.
in there
Oh,
with the
hello.
prisoner right now. Boy, is she pissed. Boyd's in there with the prisoner
Alright,
right now.
let's have a crack at the bastard. Hello.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place?
I'm absolutely certain. Who are you?
Not big on reading name tags, huh?
Nope.
That's okay. My name is long and difficult to pronounce. Ready for it?
Go for it.
It's Boyd. Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. Colonel Shu has me handling the policing duties for the base.
Uh-huh.
I've told him he could make my job a whole lot easier if he would just let me shoot anyone who talks back to me. But you know how colonels can be.
Yes. Do you need any help?
Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for.
How so?
We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently.
Really? Is that a big deal?
Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion from Caesar on down will kill themselves before they can be captured.
Really?
They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him.
What? Okay, so he's obviously, I would say, up to something. What do you think it means?
Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't.
No.
Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy.
Uh-huh. Why don't you just beat your prisoner senseless?
I like the way you think. Have I said that yet?
No.
Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There's some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration.
Well, I'm not NCR, so...
But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's
Sounds
a winning
good.
combination.
So you want me to do what you can't?
I think if you rough him up enough and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy.
I think
So
so.
let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
Sounds like a plan. I object to the use of violence against prisoners of war. Any means necessary.
That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in.
Alright, go do it. Do we have any weapons? Like any close range weapons that we can slap him about with? We have a rolling pin and a shovel. Switchblade. Let's beat him around with a
Long time
rolling
no
pin.
see, Silus.
Lieutenant, I was just thinking about you.
I bet he was.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
Huh.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles.
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus, if you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out.
Now
Come
this
on,
is
it's all
sounding
yours.
interesting.
I'll be
Yay!
back in a bit to see how you're getting along.
Thank you.
And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on
What?
your way
No!
out.
No, hang- but my rolling pin. Okay. Hey, buddy. Let's have a little
What
chat.
an ugly little worm you are.
Thank you.
What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm?
I like you. I'm with the Legion. I'm here to kill you before you talk. Ooh. I think you're confused. I'm with the excrement right now. Oh no, we got a couple of good choices here. Tempted to do that? Just give it a go.
You're nothing. You're some inept mercenary the NCR is paying to supplement its own incompetent soldiers.
Really? How naive, Cyrus. Ooh. I'm not even going to try and pronounce all this Latin.
No, listen. Caesar's secrets are safe with me. I stayed alive because Caesar would have wanted it. I'm useless to him dead.
Really? You're a danger to him alive. Your knowledge threatens him.
I've told them nothing. They've gotten nowhere. I'm a Centurion for Christ's sake. I deserve his
Centurion, you
trust.
twat. Caesar's laws are absolute, and he does not grant exceptions.
You have to let this go. I'll disappear. No one will ever see me again. That was always the plan in the first place.
Really? So in addition to treason, you're also a deserter.
No, that's not what I meant. Lieutenant, this man is trying to kill me. He's not who you think he is.
Really? I was hoping to beat him about a bit, but we
All
used
that
our brain.
shouting. Honestly, Silus, you get free room and board. The least you could do is be a good guest.
Lieutenant, this man is an agent of the Legion on a mission to kill me.
My, we have an active imagination today, don't we?
Think about it. Is it worth the risk? You need what I know.
Well, it sounds like the two of you are becoming fast friends.
Oh, Cyrus,
It'll be
we're
your
buddies.
Die, Lieutenant. You'll be disgraced.
You know what? I think you're right, Silus.
Of course I'm right.
Except, I don't care. Because it'll be worth
I
it.
like the way she's just
It'll be
casually
worth
smoking.
it to never have to hear you say another word, Silus.
Do I get to punch him yet?
Carry on.
Oh, hello.
Lieutenant,
More chatty, buddy. Let's give it a quick save.
you don't have to do this.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that. I'm the only friend you have right now. Did you honestly believe you could escape death? Oh, but I do, Cyrus. Unlike you, I follow Caesar's orders.
If I'd killed myself, then I would have been murdering one of Caesar's greatest soldiers. Either choice is a betrayal of the Legion, as I see it.
You are a
I've
piece
done
of shit.
everything Caesar ever asked of me, and this is how I am repaid. With assassination,
Yep.
I ambushed countless NCR patrols and wiped them out so that our operatives could move freely.
Really?
I waited for him to dispatch us for 3 days, never questioning why the headaches he complained of would hinder his ability to command.
Continue.
I haven't breathed a word about the officer we planted here. He continues
Ooh.
to radio intelligence to Caesar's camp nearly every night. I've proven my loyalty. All you're doing is killing a loyal soldier. If that's Caesar's policy, then I say his empire will crumble.
Your loyalty is commendable, but I don't work for Caesar's Legion.
What? What do you mean?
You've been tricked, Silas. I'm working with the NCR. I just got you to talk.
No, you slimy bastard.
That was easy.
Nothing I've said will change the outcome for you. No force can hold back the tide of the Legion.
Is that
This
so?
camp and everyone in it will burn.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Come on, matey. Oh.
Get away from me.
What a shame.
Oh, what? Okay, I didn't want to... Do we have to kill him? Well, I guess we can beat this prick to death. Come on, you sack of shit. Let's go. Let's have at thee. Oh, actually, I guess we could use some VATS. There we go. Now, is he going to die? Shame we don't have a rolling pin anymore. We could have really knocked his teeth out. Okay, maybe that was a bad idea. Come on, you turd. Let's go. Doesn't look like you're even going to attack me. Are you that much of a wuss? I was expecting more from you, Cyrus. Or Silas, whatever the hell your name is. Dead meat. Come on.
Here we go.
You're really not going to attack me, are you? That's really strange. Maybe he's awestruck by our intelligence and how we just completely blagged him. I wonder if he's going to go down. He's never going to be pretty again. Well, he wasn't pretty to begin with, let's be honest. I was expecting a little bit more guts from you. I mean, I'll be honest. You can take a punch. That is not up for debate here. But, you certainly can't give it out, can you? I mean, he's loyal. He's certainly loyal. Ah, we've crippled his head. Well, that's good, I guess.
Your cat should get behind the TV.
Yeah, she keeps trying to get behind the computer as well, which is annoying. Come on, buddy. Pucker up. Got another critical hit. Maybe we should level up our hand-to-hand. Let's start attacking him somewhere else. Let's try beating his leg. Come on. I like the way he's smiling at us. He's smiling. He's become delirious. Maybe he thinks we're him. Some kind of paranoid delusion. Who knows?
You like that?
Kind of making myself think of Far Cry 3. And with all the weird drug psychosis in that game. I like that game quite a bit actually. But I just didn't like the boss fights. The way they're all weird and drugged up. You're like, what the fuck? Did that actually happen? Kind of like this guy. This guy doesn't even know where he is anymore. Couple more good punches and he's down.
Here we go.
Come on. There we go. Now, is he dead? Or is he unconscious? Oh, we'll have that. Right. Let's see what she says. Hey, buddy.
Haven't you done enough?
Oh, she's not happy.
Yep. See you around.
She's really not happy that we killed him. Come on. Fine. Alright.
Let's finish this up, then we can talk.
Finish this up. What do you mean? Do we have to kill him?
You don't have to do this.
Oh, right. Okay, so, did you honestly think you could escape death? Continue listening. Loyalty is commendable, but I don't work for Caesar. You've been tricked, Silas. I'm working with the NCR. I just got you to talk. Okay. Is that it? Okay, where's she buggered off to? There she is.
We
Nope.
won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
There she is.
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him.
Brains.
And I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant. But
Really?
from what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission.
Thank you. Oh, wow. We got a lot of experience for that. Not slapping him around was the good thing to do there. Oh, well. Might not be as fun, but never mind. Nuka-Cola. Right, now, what else do we have? What's in here? Ooh. Very, very hard. Well, let's have a go. Now, what I like about this game as well... Damn it. I was about to say that you can actually pick any lock, regardless of your skill. It's just harder, but that's not the case, is it? I was trying to think. Fallout 3, 4, you have to get the skills. But that's the same with this, I think. Ooh. Doctor's bag. Yes. Super stim pack. Nothing really worth it in that, but I suppose we did get a little bit of XP. Oh, we're in 32 minutes. Holy shit, when did that happen? Okay. Well, I guess we're going to end the video here, guys. When we come back, we're going to report our... should we report back to the caravan, or should we try and find that mole? I think as we're here, we should try and find the mole. So, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.